are you today? Today we're gonna do a makeup look. I'm gonna base it loosely off of a look that I've done before that everyone was like, ooh, I like it, it's so good. So it's more like a green and purple kind of look. And I'm super stoked about it. That look is more of a halo effect, so we're gonna talk about how to get that. Also, can you guys look at my hair? It says this is my backstage pass. I've had this since the first time I went to Warped Tour. It's like one of my favorite tank tops. Ugh. I only have one eyelash. And I'm scared the other one's like on my butt or something. Yep, so I legit don't know where it went. So we're just gonna hope that it appears at some point, because that's typically what them bitches like to do. Usually I find it and I think it's a spider somewhere, so we'll see. Before we get going, I'm gonna use my CBD tincture while my primer sits. As you guys know, I use a green based primer because I have pink undertones. I'm having a hard time with this today. And I just don't like my pink undertones. So we let that sit for like 5 minutes and then, yeah, we go from there. Well, let's do it for 1 minute. As you guys know, I like to do my eyes before my face, just because, just in case there's like fallout or something, I don't want to have to fuck up my face makeup to fix my eyeballs or whatever. And just a reminder that everyone's creative process is different. So I'm going to show you how I do a halo eye look, but it might be different than someone else you saw, and that's okay. I might use different tools. I might use my fingers. I might use different products. That is totally acceptable. And when you do this, if you want to try something like this after this video, if you do it differently than I did, guess what? It's totally fine. I don't care. The idea here is just that we're learning and we're enjoying ourselves and we're having a good time. So let's take a deep breath. We're gonna use a couple of different palettes today. We're gonna use the BH Cosmetics Weekend Festival, which I really like, and I'll show you why. Boom, that's why. What just fell out? Oh, pigment fell out of that one. I'm gonna use this one today. I really like this one. Look at all the colors. It's so pretty. And then we're also going to use the Urban Decay Elements palette, if I can open it a little bit. Yeah, and those have a lot of like really cute shimmers and stuff, so we're gonna have fun with that today. So we're gonna start with eyebrows, and then we're gonna work into our base for our eyes, and then we're gonna work into our base / transition colors, and then we'll just go from there. So let's go. Typically what I like to do here, we're going to line under and then over. We're going to make the shape of our brow. Then we're going to fill it in with our pomade, and in the very front of our brow, we're going to use an ultra fine pencil so that it's not super dark. And we're going to have a nice little ombre effect here, and then we're going to just clean it up with a spoolie. Eyebrows are definitely on, and they're definitely sisters and not twins, which is fine. But so what we do after this is we clean them up, and I'll show you how. So as you can see, I get really close and disgusting in here. Yeah, I have like a little bit of, oh girl, what is that line? And a little bit of, oh, that's real intense right there. So also we have like a little bit of extra, oh, look at that cute little, yeah, it's a little line right there. So what we're gonna do is take a little bit of concealer on the back of the hand, and we're gonna clean it up. All right, you're going to use your concealer, you're going to clean up underneath, and then you're going to clean up on top. And then fix your little tails layer and anything in the middle. Boom. Am I cute now? So you don't have to do this right now, but you can. We just kind of like buff out these lines a little bit. You don't really have to, because you're going to put on a foundation later over it, and it'll be more of like a highlight than anything else. But in this time, when we're already working in this area, I do like to take some concealer and just prime my eyeballs, because I like having a little bit of a sturdier base before I start, so that everything sticks. And if you don't have a solid base before you start, your stuff is gonna move and it's gonna be all wonky, and like, we ain't here for no wonky, we're here for that shit to stay, okay? So I should be using my ring finger. Excuse me, I'm teaching bad habits right now. Use your ring finger. It has the softest touch. So really you should be right there. You can do under your eyes at the same time, whatever, it doesn't really matter. It depends on what you're going for. I'm gonna put a little bit under my eyes just because you bitch did not sleep last night, okay? So we got it in there. And now we're ready to start putting color on the lid. I'm gonna start with my crease, which is really gonna have nothing to do with the green and purple, but I just want to have something for a little bit of depth up in this baby right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with something a little bit fluffier, and I'm going to start with this color Escape in the corner. I'm just going to start with a more natural color, and this is literally just making a little bit of depth, and we're going to blend it out. We're going to blend it to the holy heavens. And we're going to do that on both sides. Okay, so I like using greens and purples because it really does kind of accentuate brown eyes. And without those colors, my eyes, I mean, you can see, look kind of dark. Look kind of dark. So when I start putting in like more earthy tones, my eyes start to lighten up a little bit. There's actually a picture of something similar that I did on my Instagram, which my Instagram name changed. It's on my Instagram and you can find it there. Using those purples and those greens are just gonna make it pay up a little bit. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna go into this color Palooza, which is more like a light blue, like aqua-y color, but it's gonna be a cute little base. Excuse me. And we're gonna go in, if I can find one, with like a flatter brush. And you're gonna go right inside this inner corner and we're gonna pack it in. Look at that. I will say, this palette is pigmented. And I'm not having trouble with fallout, so that's pretty dope. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So I did take this blue in the middle a little bit just because I didn't want to have like really harsh lines when we go to blend. I don't want there to be like splotchy pieces. So we used Palooza, and now we're gonna use this color Swag. And I'm gonna use my finger. See, this is why none of my shit makes it. I'm gonna use my ring finger and I'm just gonna, okay, that's purple. You're literally just gonna place it in the middle. When you're using this much product, you might have some fallout. What? Okay, but yeah, so you're just gonna dab it in the middle. We'll do it on the other side too. Okay, as you can see right now, that purple is like, sup bitch, and we just ain't trying to have that. So we're gonna come in, we're gonna blend very softly. Remember, we're blending, hold your brush closer to the end than the top just to have a really light touch. Good movement. Okay, so we're gonna go into the Urban Decay palette. We're gonna use this color, Secret Keepers, or Keeper, excuse me. We may use a little bit of this darker green, this earthbound color. And for the purple, we're gonna use a mixture of Ego and Hex Remedy. We're just gonna kind of play around and kind of figure out where we wanna go with those. But first, we're gonna start with the greens. We're gonna use the same kind of flat brush that we used for that blue color. Okay, and we're gonna dip into the Secret Keeper. And since this is a little damp, it helps. And we're just gonna press it on. Oh, that's making kind of a pretty color. I like that. Okay, we're gonna work it into the purple. But again, we're gonna do the inside and then the outside. Tap, tap, tap. Ooh. Fun fact for you guys, I love old Adam Sandler movies. Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Big Daddy. Next we're gonna go into our purples, and I think I just wanna kind of see how the lighter purple does first. So I think I wanna see how Ego does, and if I don't like it, I'll go into the other one. So let's try it real quick. I think I want a little bit darker. Hex Remedy. Oh yeah. Yo, that's where it's at. That's where it's at. Okay, so now those are all on, and we are just going to go out. We're gonna blend really gently right here, and then we're gonna get some real depth going. Are you ready? So I don't want to go with like super black in my crease, but I do want to do something darker. So I'm gonna go with this color Hipster down here. I'm gonna go right in my crease, and I'm using a brush that's very concentrated because I literally just want to get it in there so that I can then blend it out. I love having good depth in a look, and then we'll blend that out. So this looks a little extra right now, which is fine, because we're gonna go in again with the fluffy brush, and we're just gonna blend it, blend. And I love that we're using like all super very natural, neutral colors for the most part. I mean, yeah, we have shimmers, but everything is very like earthy, which I love. This is just your daily reminder that blending is life. So blend until you can't blend anymore. And then, so I like to go in after I blended some, because sometimes you move some pigment around that you're not really trying to move around. And I like to just really touch up, like really sharpen any edges I want sharp. Okay, and we're just gonna put the extra work in, because sometimes you just gots to. And that's okay. But if you want your look to come out right, sometimes you gotta put a little extra work in. You know what I'm saying? So something I'm gonna do that I haven't really talked about before yet, because it's only my second video, is I'm gonna take that green. This is something I like to do. I'm gonna take that green and I'm gonna take it underneath my eyelash line like this. Okay, we're gonna do it on the outside and the inside. Boom, and it doesn't need to be super prominent. It just needs to be there. It just needs to be noticeable. Personally, I like doing this. Oh, I got something in my eyeball. It's fine. And then in the middle, we'll dab a little bit of that part. Okay. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. The next step is eyeliner. And like I said before, I use the NYX Liquid Matte Liner. I really like this stuff. Oh, also the pencil I used for my eyebrows earlier was a NYX pencil. It's like the fine micro brow pencil. So what I like to do here is, I'll show you guys again because everyone freaks out about wings. We're gonna go from the corner to our brow. Corner, brow, boom. And we're gonna make a triangle. And then we're gonna color it in. So after your triangle is filled in, you go on dip. And then you take your liner right across your lash line. Oh, and you can thicken it. You can thin it out. Well, you can't really thin it out, but like you can leave it thin. You can make it thick. Mine got a little thick by accident, but you know what? We have happy accidents because that's what Bob Ross taught us. And you just work to define it. So I like this kind of applicator because look at how skinny it is. Look at how, and it just makes it a lot more precise. Okay, dope. So I still can't find that other lash. I've looked like 12 times. So until we find that other lash, we are simply going to grab our mascara and just give ourselves a little bit of oomph, because we're going to do that anyway with the lash. But I'm using the Rimmel Scandalized Volume On Demand. We're just going to come in here and we're just going to give it a tickle. Just a tickle. And then we'll do the bottom as well. I'm a big believer in loving on them bottom lashes because they get left behind. They get left out all the time, like boo-boos. Y'all are so cute. Chill. Okay, so next we're gonna move on to our face. And for my face, I like to use this L'Oreal Infallible. It's just like the super pale one. So we're gonna do that, and then we'll get into contouring and highlighting. So I'm gonna use my little Hank and Henry Beauty Blender. Super cute. And I just like to do like a couple of pumps, and then we'll just go in. I would just like to point out that you should blend down your neck. Like you saw me doing one of these. You should blend down your neck, and you should blend in your ears. My ears are really red, so if I do my face and my face is like a normal color and my ears are red, it's like, bitch, are your ears okay? Are they gonna fall off? Are they hot? What's happening? So just make sure that you blend your ears and your neck in. Next, we're going to contour. As I said last time, I really like this ColourPop bronzer, the Talk to the Palm bronzer. I like it a lot. That is what I typically use to contour recently, but I do have to go very light with it because it's very pigmented. So we're gonna use something that has a little bit of an angle on it. Okay, that's what I do. And you're gonna look for this line right here. See, you wanna suck in? Yeah, yep. So we're gonna find that line. You're gonna throw it on, you're gonna do it. Look, I'm not being like super precise with it because I don't want it to be a really dark line. You just want to follow that line and you want to blend it all the way down. All the way down. Okay. You can do the same thing. I do it right here under my chin. I just like having a little bit of dimension right there. I like kind of defining my jawline because I have mountains. And then I like to go in right here and just blend that in. And so we're going to do that on the other side too. Okay, so we are all on the side. On the other side. And now we're gonna do some highlighting, which I'm super excited for. I love highlighting because I like being like a donut, okay? Where you highlight is totally up to you. I have my places that I like to highlight, and I like my ways, or have my ways that I like to do it. So on my inside of my eye, like right in here, we're gonna use this Peaceful. I used this last time. I just really love this color for highlight. This is the Sigma Chroma Glow palette. I'm gonna use this Peaceful color. I love it. I'm gonna go in to the corner. I do have like green highlighters and purple highlighters, which is what I did last time I did this look. Actually, I do have purple highlights in here. I have Felicity. Okay, we're gonna do it on the other side as well, right in the corner. And then you have like a nice little pop in there. Okay. Then what I like to do is my cheekbone, which we're gonna do Peaceful again. I use a fluffier brush right here. Some people use a fan brush, whatever, like use what you use. I like to get it really heavy on there because I like it to be a glowing goddess. Okay. And then before we move down the face, I like to do in here. So I'll do underneath my brow, and I actually like to use that as a little bit of a blending mechanism. Ooh. So we'll dip in there. This is kind of a little bit of a fluffier brush. We're gonna dip in, right? We're gonna go right in that line. And then I will literally blend down into. It just gives a really nice gradient. Okay, so again, you're gonna go underneath and then just lightly blend into that eye color. Oh! My next area of focus is my nosy nose. So I'm gonna use my finger today because I just feel like it. And we're gonna go on the tip of the nose. And then we're gonna go down the bridge. So I really like my nose, so I like to emphasize it. It is what it is. If you want to make your nose appear smaller, you can slim it with a contour. I just like my nose, so I'm not worried about it. And then the last place we're going to focus is the Cupid's bow. Cupid! COVID. And then we're gonna move on. So I'm all glowy. So now we're gonna move on to lipstick. I'm gonna use this KVD green lipstick, and then I'm gonna show you guys how I make it pop. With my last look, I had a brown lip. I had a more neutral lip, so I just used concealer to make it pop a little bit. But with this, it's going to be a little bit different. So we have a green lip, which is totally not a natural lip looking. It's not nude, that's for sure. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that Secret Keeper that we use for our eyelids. Boom. Boom. And now I have to find my eyelashes so we can finish off this look and be done. I'm gonna be really mad when I find this eyelash and it was like in front of me the whole time. So I cannot find the eyelash. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do one lash, and I'll show you what it looks like with one lash, and it's really ratchet. But you know what? Sometimes we just gotta be ratchet. If anyone's like, oh my god, this is her job and she doesn't have the stuff she needs, what? First of all, my job is as a hairstylist. Second of all, I am a single mama. I make enough dollars to support my mouth and my baby's mouth. So basically what I'm saying is like, I only buy myself one thing at a time. So like if I have a pair of lashes, that's my only pair of lashes until I lose one or I rip them by accident. That's just how I roll. I like genuinely don't do a lot of stuff for myself. I do a lot for my kid. So I don't buy myself a lot of stuff. So I try and just make do with like one of whatever I've got until it breaks, and then, you know, buy more as things break. But I don't really have an overabundance of anything for myself. Oh, that glue is still wet. So now I have to buy more lashes. So what we're gonna do, when you have your lash on, lashes, hopefully you are ratchet like me. You're just gonna marry those together. If you are ratchet like me, I ain't judging bitches. Okay, you're gonna marry those together, and if they start to move around, just kind of adjust. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. I did throw an extra coat on the bottom, but this is what we're gonna do. We are going to make do. We're gonna cover this eye with some hair, like so. Ooh, that way you get the full effect with lashes. Ooh. So now you know what it looks like with and without. So without, if you were just to use mascara, just remember before we just kind of give it a love tap, a tap it. Okay, if you wanted to love it up with some mascara, now you can kind of see what both would look like. Lashes, no lashes, lashes, no lashes. But no, I really dig this. I hope you guys like it. You can always add, so if you want to open your eyes, you can add some white liner. If you want to make your eyes look real smoky, you can add some black liner. You can do whatever you want in your waterline. If you want to look extra, you can put on lashes. If you just don't really have lashes, or you don't want to look extra, you don't have to wear lashes. If you don't want to wear much highlighter, you can. If you want to wear a different color lipstick, you can. If you want to do anything differently, you can. If you want to use different brushes, you can. Makeup is supposed to be fun, and we have happy accidents. It's turned into a lovely teaching moment. But I love this look. I loved it the first time I did it. I love it this time. I'm gonna take pictures like this, I guess. And then if you guys enjoyed this, please just hit subscribe, like, leave me a comment, tell me what you want to see next, tell me color schemes you might want to see, tell me techniques you might want to see. Whatever you want, just let me know. I will make it happen, because that's what I'm here for, boo boo. Okay. Anyway, you all are wonderful, and I love you all, and I appreciate any support that you have to give. I will leave all of my social media links below, because my social media has changed a little bit as I am rebranding. And then if you are interested in any of the CBD products, I have like myself, like personally, I have lotion, hair products, these bath bombs, fucking essential oils, but the link for that will be in my description. And then yeah, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Okay, I'll see you guys next time on my mental health mindful / motivational Monday. So see you later. Have a good weekend. I love you. Bye.